What's up, homies? We're gonna play some chess. I haven't played. Well, I've been playing like weekly, but I haven't shown any videos. So let's play some. And I'm playing against some Russian named Prometagen or whatever. So I'll probably Karakhan this opening here. Karakhan tends to throw some people off. Let's go ahead and go this. So he castles, I'm gonna castle. I'll probably play like 3 matches here. But yeah, sorry, I've just been so busy. I just haven't had time to do anything. But I'll show you some total or some chess. I tried to go on Rome Total War earlier, but there was no one playing. Let's see here. He's not protecting this pawn here. I think he forgot about it. Let's see how he responds to it. So I turned my volume down. But there's not much. I mean, there's like some sound effects when you slide the pieces. But I'm not really missing much. I don't want to wear headphones because it kind of irritates me sometimes. Alright, he's really thinking about this move right now. I dare say he's about to do a sacrifice, because typically you don't think this much, you know, after losing just a lonely pawn. But I think he's contemplating doing a sacrifice. Maybe. I don't know. Let's get my knights going and my bishop out of here. Man, he's really thinking about this. Just do it. But I've got that one pawn that's kind of hanging out in front of my king's castle there. That one pawn that's just kind of dangling. I think he's contemplating eating it with his bishop. That would open up my king for an attack. But if his attack fails, then it's all for naught. So let's go ahead and just push this pawn up here. That'll open up my rook file. If he eats my knight. And that'll also give my bishop the opportunity to come out. My white bishop. Or my only bishop. So what have you guys been up to, guys? I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Okay. This guy's really thinking about his moves. Usually I just kind of, I typically don't think this long on moves. Sometimes I do. Like when the situation's really deep, or if I'm really contemplating a sacrifice myself. But in a regular 10-minute match like this, like, where it's not a very complex position, I'm not really sure what he's thinking about. Yeah, initially I thought he was going to do a sacrifice. That does not seem to be the case. So he's going to do that. I'm just going to move my king away. Okay, I might get a little sound on my thing here so I can hear like the checks. The checks and the little sliding movements. Alright, he might eat my knight here, which I would be okay with that. I can't hear my sound. I just turned it up too. Alright, so now my bishop diagonal's opened up. So is my rook file here. I would have preferred that he would have eaten my thing. Does that mess up my pawn structure? Oh, that's what I get for not thinking. Okay, let's slide my queen into the fray. Get her some action. So here I'm threatening his white bishop. And I'm also threatening to eat that pawn right there. Like, I can throw my bishop at it, sacrifice the bishop, eat that pawn, and then that'll open up his king for an attack. It's not a very clear-cut attack, though. But it would at least open it up a little bit. So at this point, he has a doubled up pawn. He's eaten up a lot of time. So I'm pretty happy with this position right now. And with the amount of time I have. But if I need to think about something, I've got, what, 2 minutes to think about it? Because he's eaten so much time thinking about a non-complicated position. Yes, some people were telling me I need to do 2-hour matches. Would you guys really sit here for a 2-hour match? I doubt it. I'm getting impatient with this a 10-minute match, so I'm gonna stick with these 10-minute matches because they go faster. They might not be as as thoughtful as a 2-hour match, but for YouTube purposes, I think these are pretty good. What's he doing? I could eat that bishop right now. I'm gonna do it. This should end the game once I do this. That was a complete oversight, and well, I was gonna start eating up his pawns in front of his king, but since he offered up his bishop like that, I had to take it. But this match is pretty much over. I mean, at the rate we're going, it's over. But I would not recommend surrendering because I can mess up. And there's been so many times where I purposely sacrifice pieces. So I'm usually playing a piece behind, and I never quit. So I could throw my bishop at that pawn. Let's see. I eat that up. He eats that with his pawn. I throw my rook up here. Let's try that. Let's make it more interesting. Since he just gave away his bishop like that. I could even double up my rooks here if I wanted to. Actually, I might have to double him up because he moved his king up there. So let's double up my rooks. I definitely want to slide my knight into play too. But getting my knight there would take about 3 moves. His rooks and queen seem to be coming into action right now. I'll probably go with my knight coming into action. But if you look at his queen's unprotected right now. If that bishop moves, the queen's gone. Okay, now she's protected. So let's think about... getting this knight over there fast. Let's do it like this. My queen is also unprotected. He's gonna move his rook down here, attack my queen. That would be okay. Alright, now I gotta think about these moves here. So if I move my knight here, he moved his rook down to attack my queen. I could check him here. No. Move my knight here. Move my knight here. So this is why I'm glad I have more time to think now. Put my knight here, between my two rooks. He attacks my queen with his rook. Then I check him with my king. So yeah, put my... Man, I'm killing so much time now here. Put my knight here. He attacks my queen. I check his king by sacrificing my rook into his pawn. His king eats. Nah, that wouldn't get me anywhere. Ah, I chose like the weakest move. So we knew that was coming. I still have 30 seconds over him right now, though. And you can see his bishop's in trouble. Not really in trouble. I'm just saying I can get rid of that bishop. Let's see if he doubles up his rooks. And here's the cool thing. I can gobble up that pawn, but that's away from the action, so I feel like that would be a side mission. See where my knight is? I can eat that pawn right there. And he's going to move his rook to attack my rook. Interesting. Let's go this route. We'll make it more complicated. Oh, he went right for it. Very nice. Because I can check him. Wait, what's if I eat with this? He eats my knight. I'm not liking this position. I got a better pawn structure, though. And I'm losing time. I have to eat his rook, though. Shoot. He's going to eat my queen. We trade queens. Let's see if he trades queens. If he trades queens, then he's pretty confident in his ability to win this endgame here. But I do like my pawn structure better. I just got to get my king activated. And make sure my rook stays in a good position. He has to eat my queen. Because if he doesn't... Or my knight. He has to eat my knight. Well, I guess that works too. So I think I have a better position. I got what, a 2-pawn advantage over him, and my rook's about to eat him alive. Let's put my king down here, so he doesn't get into my back row. I should win this. I went from I'm gonna win this to I should win this. But that's because, you know, I made it more interesting by throwing my bishop at his castle. Okay, now he's making really bad choices here. And I'll get my king closer to the action, so he can't win this. He's out of time. He's out of time, he's out of pawns. He has not a good position. Let's push his king away. Start attacking these pawns. Oh, this game's over. What's he? I can sacrifice my what do you call it? My rook if I wanted to. He can't make any moves at this point. Yep. Let's see if he wants a rematch. Does not appear to be so. Good game, though. Let's do a new game. Somebody else. This guy's from Greece. Might do a Rai Lopez or an Italian opening here. Let's see. Let's go Italian. He does not want to play this game, so let's do that. I was going to sacrifice, but then he protected against the sacrifice. So I could check him now. Okay, now I'm enclosing my bishop here. he doesn't have many escape routes right now. See how I cut off his diagonal with my pawn? He's debating if he's castling or not. Let's redistribute my knights. Okay, this video is already 21 minutes. Might just be a 2-match video. Because I know most people just lose focus after, like... I mean, they lose attention after, like, a few minutes, so... Yeah, probably do it like that. I'm in one of those group chats right now. Okay. Trying to get rid of that pesky bishop right there. His white bishop. Oh, it actually worked. I'm surprised. I'm going to keep harassing his bishop. Now, I can't move my king, or my pawn, because my king's pinned, so let's slide my king over so I can move this pawn up and get my rook going into the action. But that's gonna, what do you call it, telegraph my move to him. Seeing that I'm moving my king out of the way for no reason, he's gonna go, oh, I know what he wants to do. See, I want to get my pawn going here. Let's do it. Oh, I look weird. I look weird like that. Sorry. Add my face right up to the camera. So my opponent's name is 310-7. 310-7. 310-7. I'm not sure what his name means. Trying to figure it out by saying it out loud. Anyways, do you guys like my chess videos? I hope so. I was hoping he would have eaten that, darn it. Darn it. we'll just keep moving my pawn up then. I guess. I like where his back knight is right now, but it's blocking his queen in. So I'm trying not to get that knight out of his queen's way. So that's what's going on there. Okay, he's definitely going to go for my bishop next. So I might open up this pawn, or I could just keep pushing this pawn all the way up here, see what happens. Yeah, let's create an out for my bishop. Such a passive move, but I think he's going to move that pawn all the way up to attack my bishop. Oh, great. Now he's got his queen out. Ugh. Could move this up here. Let's just eat that knight. Just gonna jam that pawn up there. Now if he eats it with this pawn, my bishop eats that pawn. The other pawn. And he's gonna bypass it, which means I can en passant it, whatever you call it. I think I'll do that. Wait, I can't bypass it? I thought I could bypass. I thought I could en passant that. What? I thought I could do that. Pretty confused why I can't. Oh well. I can eat that with my bishop. Then his... Let's do it. Let's go for that. Let's go for that pawn. His queen should eat that, maybe eat that pawn? I don't know. I know I'm doing it again with my face. It's like... That's like my natural thinking position when I'm gaming. This is definitely the last game for the night. It's already a 30-minute video, so yeah. He can't eat that pawn because I can't open check with my rook right there because he can eat my knight anywhere it goes. He's gonna go that way, it looks like. But I am forming an attack on his king. It's slowly developing. I've got a little bit more time than he does, not much. Luckily, that previous move I made, it made him think for like a minute. So, but I do want to get my knight up there or my queen in that open spot on that white square. Yeah, let's get my queen up here. Now you can see, if he moves his king up, he can't do that. Because now my rook's just going to eat this. And it's about to get really bad for him. He might... Let's see what he does. Pretty sure this game's over now. But I've got so many options right now. My immediate option is to check with my rook. So I'm probably going to check up here, and that'll open up my bishop diagonal. I could destroy him right here. So this is... He can't go anywhere else right now. And then my bishop's attacking that pawn. And then he resigns. Good game! Alright, well I hope you enjoyed today's chess matches. And good game to my opponents today.